Contestant number 4, Sadari Jayasekara. Prince of Sleeping. Prince of Sleeping, Sadari Jayasekara.
Sadari, wake up. Next is your speech. This is how I was walking by my VP education at our last club contest. This time, I determined not to sleep that long. Sleepless contest master and fellow sleepless. Prince of Sleeping is prominent in my love life. Who enchants me the most? The pleasure he gives me is immense. The journeys he takes me have no boundaries. These two incidents happened when I was working in Medellin. One day, I got into a bus from Medellin. There were no vacant seats. I kept my bag on the upper rack and held the iron bar tightly. My Prince of Sleeping is waiting to embrace me in the bus. He never considers of my location. The blowing wind was inviting for us to have a lovely evening. I felt my head bending over him. In the meantime, I heard somebody offering me a seat. Gleefully, I sat down. I spent quite a long time in my dreamy world, feeling heavenly pleasure and homely bed. Suddenly, I remembered that I was standing in the bus. The iron bar felt very smooth. I slowly opened my eyes and surprised to see that I was sleeping on the lap of a handsome guy, holding his hands tightly. The passengers were watching at this romance with their mouths and eyes open. I stood up like an arrow, but I still cannot understand how I completed my long journey to Gampaha, 80 kilometers more. This was a Thursday. My principal permitted me to leave for Colombo for an official work. I was overwhelmed to be home one day prior to my usual routine. My mother was surprised to see me. So, my mother was asking me, Chutiduwa, are you sick? No, Mummy, I am okay. I have to go to Colombo. I came to keep this heavy bag here. I'll come in the evening. Telling so, I ran to catch another bus to Colombo. Oh, my Prince of Sleeping. When it comes to my marriage, my husband wanted a teacher, but I searched for a partner whose zodiac sign is Aquarius, Kumbha Lagna, because of my sleepy nature. Actually, he is an Aquarius. See what a nice matching pair we are. You can decide it now. One day, my husband came home very late. Feeling sleepy to switch on the light, I opened the door with half eyes closed. Sadari, just give me a glimpse to see if it is your husband or somebody else has entered the house. can't help, darling. You'd better not to wander at night. You, sleepy nut. But after that incident, he made sure to be home by 10 o'clock. The good advantage of my sleeping. Another fine sleepy night. I was awoken by my husband. Sadari, Sadari, a robber has entered Madhuri's house. She called both of us to be here, to her house. I can't, darling, you go along. I have never seen such a woman like you, Sadari, who's letting your husband to leave at this dawn to a lonely lady's house. Slamming the door, he went with our door. But I was worried about that incident. I kept my eye on the phone calls and the SMS he received for months. God has saved me. He's a loving husband. Despite all these hustle and bustle of my sleepy nature, I am mostly concerned about my punctuality. I have never been late to my school, and I was awarded as the most punctual teacher in the school when I was working in Maldives. So, my dear contest master, you would not call me as sleepy nut. How to you?